Welcome to Monday Momentum on Communicate to Lead. I'm your host, Kele Belton, and if you're a woman in leadership ready to step into your full potential, you are in the right place. In the next 5 minutes, you're getting one strategy to help you become the leader you want to be. Let's get into it. Here's why you're being praised but not promoted. When someone asks what you're working on, you say things like, I'm managing the Q1 launch, or I improved our retention rate by 15%. And here's the problem. When you talk about managing or improving, you are signaling that you execute well. But that's not what senior leadership is looking for. If you talk like a doer, you will be kept in a doing role. Senior leaders don't talk about what they managed. They talk about what they identified, what they solved, and the organizational impact they created. Today, I'm giving you the exact formula to reframe your work so you signal strategic impact at the executive level. Here's the promotion proof statement formula. Start with, I identified, then state the problem you solved, then the business result you created, and finally, the multiple areas you impacted. There are 3 parts to keep in mind when using this formula. Let me show you why each part matters. First, the problem you identified. And start with I identified because it shows you are proactive. You're not just executing tasks someone gave you. You are seeing opportunities and gaps that others miss. This signals autonomy and intellectual curiosity, 2 non-negotiable traits for senior leadership. So here are 3 examples to help you understand what I'm talking about. First one, I identified customer lifecycle gaps. I identified service delivery gaps. I identified communication bottlenecks. That's the first one, the problem you identified. The second part to the formula is the business result you created. This isn't about what you did, it's about what changed because of what you did. Focus on business outcomes, not activities. Examples are that created customer lifetime values, that improved customer satisfaction and reduced escalations, or that positioned us for scalable growth. That's the second one. So here's the third and final part of the formula, the multiple areas you impacted. This is where you demonstrate systems thinking, the number one skill senior leaders look for when promoting into C-suite. You're showing cross-functional ROI. Senior leaders need to know how your work removes obstacles for other departments and creates value across the organization. So here are some examples to make it real. First one, across 3 product lines, or across all our channels, or while reducing operational costs. When we put it all together, here is a complete sentence to the formula. I identified customer lifecycle gaps that increase customer lifetime value across 3 product lines. Same work you were already doing, but now you're signaling strategic impact at the executive level. Here's what this sounds like when you use the formula. Instead of, I improved our customer retention rate by 15%, when you use the formula, this is how you'll sound. I identified customer lifecycle gaps that increase customer lifetime value across 3 product lines. Instead of saying, I handle customer complaints, you could say, I identified service delivery gaps that improved satisfaction and reduced escalations across all our channels. This freed up 20% of our support team to focus on strategic work. Notice the pattern? You're not changing what you did, you're changing how you talk about what you did. And you're showing that you understand resource allocation, cross-functional impact, and organizational ROI. That's the language of someone ready for senior leadership. So here's your action step for this week. Write down 3 things you are currently working on. Then rewrite each one using the formula. Start with I identified, then state the problem you solved, the business result you created, and the multiple areas you impacted. Practice saying these statements out loud. Get comfortable with this language because if the C-suite doesn't know what you're solving, they can't accurately assess the health of the business or your readiness for advancement. Making your strategic impact visible is your leadership responsibility, my friend, with your own potential. Stop doing that. So tomorrow, I'm hosting a free masterclass called Escape the Execution Trap. where I'm breaking down the 4 mistakes that keep high-performing women overlooked even when they are ready for more. The promotion proof statement that we just worked on, it's one piece of the puzzle. Tomorrow, you'll get the complete system for positioning yourself for advancement. You can still register for the masterclass, grab the link in the show notes, and join me tomorrow. Keep this in mind. The leaders who get promoted aren't necessarily doing better work than you. They are just better at showing the strategic value of their work. Use this formula this week and watch how people start seeing you differently. And that's it for today's Monday Momentum. I will see you on Thursday for our fall episode. Until then, trust your voice and lead with confidence.